There's an ancient African custom that says when you want to call the spirit of the ancestors and the spirit of those that know better than you, you first clear your throat. And that by clearing your throat, what you're basically saying is you're ready to speak and you're ready to listen to the wisdom that they have to give to you. When we birthed Drum and Fire Productions, we had an idea for a logo that had a drum inside the flames of a fire. And it was very significant to us because the drum is known as a means of communication, a means of speaking to a community, speaking to the world, because that's the only way that the message can reach their heart. And the significance of the fire is it reignites, it rejuvenates, it lifts up. You know, you have that image of the phoenix that comes out of the ashes of the flames. That's the significance of the fire. A new beginning, a new birth. This is our first of many podcasts where we'll be talking about and centering on the subject of men, our emotions, and our mental health. Very important subjects that only get touched on really when it's like Mental Health Month, and then it's touched on. The rest of the year, it's kind of left, it's only mentioned now and again. But we feel that, you know, that should change. It should be something that's discussed all the time. It should not be something that's paid lip service to. It doesn't mean that we're weak. For me, I actually think I've found that since I've been able to do this and since I've been on this journey, I've seen it as a strength. I initially was of that mind that, you know, as a man, you have to be a man. Hold it down. But it's true though.
Yeah, definitely.
You have to hold it down. So
keep moving forward.
That's it. Keep your chin up. But there should be a time where we should be able to say, listen, I can't wear that S on my chest. I need to take this cape off. I can't do it. So I now got to understand that actually it is a strength to be able to share what's deep within you. And what makes it even better is if you have someone that you can trust, that you can share those deep things, those things that really matter to you, those things that make you tick, those things that make you who you are. If you have that person that you can trust, that you can say, listen, this is who I am. This is me. You can run now if you want to run, but this is me. And that person doesn't run. Instead, that person holds you down. That's what makes it special. That's when I got to understand, overstand, and understand that the show of emotions, the display of it, the speaking about it, is actually a strength and actually a form of unburdening. It's actually needed. It's a need, it's not a want. It's an actual need. So as we go into this, and the many times that we'll sit around this fire.
Only when the weather's good though.
Definitely.
We are.
Well, obviously, if it's thundering down with rain,
it's England. We'll find a way.
We are.
We'll find a way. It's England.
Yeah,
We'll find a way.
It's a miracle that the sun's shining right now.
But, we'll be here, other people will be here. Yeah, we'll be serious at times, we'll crack jokes. Maybe a tear or two might be shed, who knows?
Some of the jokes won't be funny, though.
Oh, and by the way, some people might be offended. I've got dark humor.
That's because you're black.
No. Yeah. No racism.
That's fine, I'm brown.
But as we go, we pray that this journey we're on, that you go on it with us. And it will take us somewhere. We pray that those who have gone before us, that have more wisdom than we do, that have seen the things that we haven't seen, will speak to us. We pray that as they speak to us, we have a spirit to learn from them. We have a spirit to absorb them, to absorb that wisdom and walk in that wisdom. And this is what I pray for you guys as well, watching this, listening to this. Most importantly, what I want you to know as you watch this, as you listen to this, you're never alone. You're never alone. And with that, I will say this. I have love for all of you. And I love all of you. And I hope that the wisdom that's shared to us blesses you and affects your life in a nice and positive way. It's sad. It's Mental Health Month,
Yeah.
so may as well jump on that.
Mm.
Not jumping on it as in the bandwagon.
Bandwagon.
No, but personally, it's not discussed as much as it should be.
No.
It's not fully understood as much as it could be. And for someone like me, I look at things like mental health from so many different perspectives. I look at it that it's not just a matter of, this person has the most common things, depression, anxiety. Oh, okay, let's medicate them.
But that's
not?
always the first case with anything.
Yeah.
With most things that we have in the society that we live in, first thing we go to is we reach for pills to fix the problem. But the problem is you're not looking at what causes the problem. I didn't realise it myself. I'm 47 years old. I said it recently to somebody that basically I've been dealing with 46 years worth of crap. It builds up. And we're men and we're supposed to just carry the weight. As I said earlier, move forward. You carry the weight, you keep on moving forward. And there's only so far that you can actually do that, then you turn around and say, that's enough. And those people are the ones that you see, you read it in the newspapers, you read it in the papers, and they're the ones who date. And that's the reason of it. You're looking at the effect, you're not looking at the cause. Fixing the issue, you're fixing it with a sticky plaster. We do that with work. We do that with work. If you have an issue at work, most of the time you don't look at the reason why it happened. You look at the cause.
With the source, you just try and
The effects,
fix it.
but not the cause.
I've done that myself.
That's a beginning.
Yeah.
I've done that myself. I even recently, I didn't even realise I was doing it. Last 2 years I've been on the journey. Last 2 years I've been dealing with depression. I looked at the reason for it. I didn't even notice it. My wife noticed it.
Yeah.
My wife turned around to me and saved my life. She saw it.
So what was the
I was starting to I was applying for work. I was trying to get a new job. And I was on a hiring program that a company had.
okay?
And I was going for it. Everything was all great. Fortunately, I had also recently buried my father as well. So I was dealing with the effects of that. And me and him never had a really decent relationship. So I was also dealing with the effects of that. But I was next to kin, so I'm dealing with the estate. So I'm applying for the work and I'm going through the process and I reach the final stage and I start to self-sabotage. Self-doubt creeps in the head. And the wife noticed I was doing it. Turned around to me and said, I think you want to go and speak to somebody. And I was looking at her thinking I'm perfectly fine because this is how I've always been.
Yeah.
Move forward. Carry the weight. Move forward. Don't tell anybody your problems. Nobody be prepared to listen to you. You're a man.
Yeah.
You have to keep
You're a big
moving
man as well.
forward.
You're over 6 foot. There you go.
You've got to carry the weight. Keep moving forward. And she's the one who noticed it. She's the one who turned around and said, no, he's different this time. There's something different. He's carrying something. And she noticed it. She said, she was honest. She literally just turned around and said, you're not the man I married.
Yeah, well, if anyone, she
That
can
right there
notice
broke my
it,
heart because I'm turning around and going, well, what the fuck? I'm literally turning around to her and going, well, I'm still the same guy. What are you on about? I'm perfectly fine. She turned around and said, no, you're not the man I married. You're carrying too much. I go off and see a GP.
Do you talk more now since that?
I talk to this idiot.
Yeah, well,
Everyone talks to me.
making the first step.
You know what I mean?
You're making the first step.
I did certain things. I changed certain things in terms of how I was dealing with day-to-day life. Because I had to. I even turned around and cut drinking out.
Yeah.
Some people do that. Some people will actually. It's a sign you look for a crutch and you want to hold on to it and you want to basically go, this is the thing that keeps me going. And if you drink, fine. I don't judge you for doing that. But I realised what I would do. And I said to her, she noticed it and she said, you haven't been drinking. I used to drink on a Friday night and on a Saturday night because end of the week I want to have a nice whiskey. I want to sit down. I want to watch a little bit of crappy TV. I want to go to bed and I'm going to go to sleep. And I stopped doing it. And she picked up on that as well. He said, you haven't been drinking as much. And I turned around to her and I was honest. I said, babe, I love you, and I'm basically not drinking because of you.
Yeah.
And because of our kid.
Which is a good choice.
And she said, why? I said, because I know if I start drinking, I will not stop. I will crawl into a bottle and you will never see me again. And I knew it would happen, so I cut it. In that period of time, I can count how many drinks I've had.
Yeah.
That's the insane thing about it. I can count how many alcoholic drinks I've actually had. Most of them have been with a meal. But that was a choice. That was a mental choice that I had to do. Because I knew what I was dealing with. And at the moment now, am I ready to go talk to somebody? Yeah. I actually said it the other day to my wife. I said, I'm now in a space in my head, because I had to get my head right, where yes, I will go and talk to a therapist. And deal with the 46 years worth of crap.
You think the upbringing has anything to do with how your mental state is right now?
Definitely.
How your upbringing was?
Definitely.
I was thinking about that in the week. And I say, for me, personally, it has. My upbringing, I think, because when I was younger, like in my 20s, when you come to me...
Sorry.
Man,
I've been very rude, you know. I
know,
just realised.
There's no names.
Oh.
We don't need to do names yet, bro.
As I said earlier on,
they don't need to do names yet because, you know what I mean? Once the government name come out, man.
Government.
So
The host.
You're the host.
Government name. So my government name. Right. So now on the serious now, I can't even believe I didn't even introduce anybody.
I did say
we've been talking here. Sorry. I'm your host, Moses. It's my very good friend, Wale. Basically, we started off as colleagues, became friends, and became brothers. And the same with this idiot.
Hey, you're the one who didn't introduce us. You're the idiot.
He distracted me. So, now this is Steve. So again, started as colleagues. And from colleagues, we just became brothers straight away.
There you go.
And it just cemented and everything when we went out to Sicily. That was that.
I wasn't in Sicily.
That's a different story. But sorry, carry on, Steve. Sorry.
No, let me remember what I was talking about.
Your upbringing.
No, I remember. As I says, especially listening to Wally right there. That's why I asked if your upbringing has something to do with it.
Mine definitely did.
And
Definitely did.
because when I was in my 20s and someone said mental health to me, you think it's someone that's, mental problems. He's a sick person.
You think
He's
it's
when
it's a
when you
crazy
come to a man, and you hear
mental hospital,
he's mental, you're like,
asylum,
a madman. That's growing up, I was told, oh, he's got mental health issues.
Yeah.
He's a madman. He's lost his mind. Marbles gone.
Killed his wife and kids.
Yeah, it's not. It's everyday living. It's everything. It's not like you're eating.
It's how somebody's treating you. It's how
everything.
Even if you're walking to work.
Yeah, just waking up is a mental strength.
Yeah.
Because going to sleep is one of the hardest. To get your mind to rest is probably one of the best things in the world. And it's most of the time when you used to drink something, you collapse. The best sleep you had.
You cut out.
Without that though, and you're thinking, is the roof going to be over my head tomorrow? Hard to sleep, innit?
That's it.
Where's the food coming from? Am I going to support them?
Especially
am I doing
now.
this? Why am I thinking like this? Because I'm the man.
Can I even put the heating on?
There you go. I'm the man of the house.
Yeah.
I'm to provide.
Yes. But over the last, I say 6, I've been talking more, and I've been looking at that, and I guess I've gotten wiser, should I say, because when I was younger, and my upbringing I've been brought up very well. I went to my mum. I was brought up in one of the toughest. I looked back then and I said, I couldn't wait to get from this, but without the beating, the discipline, what you teach me, show me the reality, I wouldn't be like this right now, because that's what kept me going. Because it's easy. I see kids so easily because of their mental health to go the wrong way.
Do you think it's also to do with your circle of friends as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does play.
I came to this country when I was 11, and straight away I was in the middle, because I came to Lapwood Grove, Westbourne Park.
Oh, yeah,
so, the first day in school, Steve, the bad boys is here, the good people is there, the middle people is there. Which one are you going to do? I had to think very straight.
Yeah.
I said, you know what?
I got to roll with these man then.
I'm going to roll by myself right now because I'm educated. I'm not here for none of this, none of that. I'm not there to follow you. I'm here to lead. So first, let me roll and see the books. And unfortunately, England let me down bad 6 months later. The teaching is horrible. Now the school is horrible. The books they were teaching me weren't going to get the money on the table, man. Weren't going to get the food. I see what my mum's done. I started working, I think, when I was 13. I used to clean Mecca bingo doors, brass it. 5 o'clock in the morning, get back. I used to go to school. And no one knows. My mum's never given me school money, never bought me school uniform, or my brother. I had to provide all that by myself.
Yeah, in that regard, I suppose on that side of it, I was actually kind of lucky. That side of on that side of the family, in terms of my mum, I was lucky.
Since
my mum was a teacher and all that stuff, so it's like she made sure, and obviously at that time teachers were well paid, still are. No offence, you are, but they should be paid more, in my opinion. That's another subject.
That's another subject when it comes to payment.
That's politics. We won't do that right now.
But no, that's part of it. But the other side of it for me, and this is probably the root of it, was my relationship with my father.
With your father?
There was none. Oh, he was around.
Yeah,
but my father was around. But when people say he was around, I saw him 6 weeks out of the year because he was working in Nigeria.
Yeah,
that was his choice. So my father figure was my mum's dad. Was my grandfather, and that's the man who basically taught me how to be a man. That generation, the generation that had gone through the Second World War, that's the generation that taught me how to be a man. Unfortunately, it also taught me carry the weight.
Definitely, carrying the weight is something, and especially as I think in black people a lot. You're born carrying the weight. Bro. You're born carrying the weight, unless you're miracle and you're from the Obama family or something. Next, it's all right, but you're born carrying the weight. waking up, as I say, getting out the door, educating yourself, finding a job, you know. I'm going through mental health right now. People wouldn't believe that, but I do believe that.
No, I'm still going through it.
I believe I'm dealing with it well, but sometimes I do think to myself, you know, is it easy even bit to be here? Because when my spirit calls me, my spirit is having a great time on planet X, man. But when I look at my kids, the family,
That your motivation?
that's my biggest motivation. You know, and I said my upbringing from an early age, my parents, from what I can remember, straight away they were verbal to me, from my nan to my mum to my dad. So learn to read and write, count with your fingers, cooking, looking after your food, survival. You know, I remember when my mum sent me shop, I used to run to the shop because I ran past the ball field. So I thought, if I run to the shop in 5 minutes, I run back, maybe I can play football for 2 minutes and my mum won't find out. If I was 2 minutes, 30 seconds late, I get a beating. My older brother told me one time, relax, play for 4 minutes. And I said, no, I'm going to get a beating. And he says, you know what, after the beating, was that fun worth it? I was like, yeah. You know, but I think capital punishment got a lot. And it sounds like they're going to say, nah, kids are getting abused and you're going to abuse the kid. No, discipline. Discipline. The kids needs discipline. Education is the key. That's the only way. That's why I feel better since I started educating myself, understanding the world. There's not much I can do by myself, but I feel free. I feel better than I did 10 years ago when I think I was suffering. I looked for a drink just to blank it out.
Yep.
Blaze a quick thing to stop thinking about it. But now I think about it. I do. I think about it because I say, I just need to leave my legacy for the next generation because my spirit is so good. I got better things to do when I leave this planet. I'm coming back. Who knows? But I really feel something fantastic. And my mental health feels better from that because I deal different, coping better, but I don't speak enough to my closest. That's what I do say.
Yeah, I probably don't. Mine flare. I know when I have a flare up, mine comes out of I snap. I start becoming snappy.
But what I find is this though.
I start becoming snappy. I become my irritation level.
Yeah.
Like how much I just basically get irritated by something. That just drops. And all of a sudden I'm just raging. I'm just like, nah. And it doesn't even matter if it's the wife, it's the kid, if it's anybody. I'm like, nah. I'm just raging, and I have to. It's not me doing it deliberately. It's me just. You're in my line of vision, and I'm taking my rage out on you. I know in my head I know I shouldn't be doing this, and you know I shouldn't be doing this, and you know why I'm doing this. But I still feel like a cunt for doing it.
You will.
That's also the first beat.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? You're still going to feel like a dickhead for doing it, and I don't mean to do it, and I don't know why I'm feeling like this, and basically I'm pissed off at myself, and I'm pissed off at you, and I don't know why I'm pissed off at you, but I'm also pissed off at myself for making you pissed off, and I'm basically pissed off.
But you see, and all of that,
and then the voice starts coming in your head.
Yeah, but all of that is a build-up.
Yeah.
That came from the non-expression.
Yeah.
Because you were keeping it.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that's done, because we're like, I don't want to burden the person.
I don't want to burden.
I don't want to burden her. I don't want to put it on her. And I know I do that.
Do you find yourself talking to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking to myself a lot.
You talk to yourself?
No, that's a standard. That's a standard conversation.
You start having a conversation with yourself?
I have a conversation with myself.
From both sides of your brain? Yeah.
Sometimes I do that.
But that's a normal thing.
And you do it in a mutter so nobody hears you, but you're hearing
yourself.
Mine comes out.
Oh, yours comes out?
Sometimes.
I do it in a mutter walking around the house.
I also talk to the plants as well. You're laughing, bruv.
I talk to the cat.
I talk to the plants, I talk to the fish.
I talk to the cat.
I talk to myself in my mind most of the time. I talk to myself.
I talk to the cat, but the cat don't answer me, and the cat just looks at me like I'm a fucking idiot. And to be fair, when a cat looks at you, you're probably right.
Yeah, he's probably right.
They are the true rulers of the planet.
That's a different conversation. I'll dispute that. But
listen. You're only talking about your cat. Sorry, your missus's cat. If you had a Maine Coon like you want, oh my God, you would be a bitch.
I told you, man. I got one. And he's a good,
You told me what you want to do with a Maine Coon. I swear to God, that Maine Coon will be being walked around the block on a lead. And you cannot deny that.
They're good.
There will
good
be
cats to
salmon, you'll be fishing, there'll be a large salmon for it. Yeah,
good.
don't even try
I
that.
think they're good
Don't
cats.
even try that shit. You know you would. And I've seen you in my house with my cats. Yes, I said cats. There's freaking 4 of them.
You're 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those cats are sensible.
Because I trained them.
They're sensible. They know. They come and they rub
No,
up.
they're
and
good
you
cats to
understand?
train.
Actually,
they're good
no.
cats
Not
to
all of
train.
them.
Our one.
Not all.
Not all of them.
Not all.
Not all of them. Akira is. Akira.
No, you're not allowed to say that. Ooh, that's some misogyny right there, bruv.
Akira's just a female cat.
No, you can't call. Is a female cat called a bitch? It's a female dog. That's stuff. You got to edit that out later. Because I am not ready for a YouTube ban at all.